Good morning, Course 1. Welcome back. Today we're on Lesson 105, Using Proportions to Solve Percent Problems. That's found on page 548 in your books. All right. Again, we are going to use ratio box tables to help us solve these problems. Let's start with example 1. 30% of the cars in the parade are antiques. If 12 vehicles are antique cars, how many vehicles are in the parade? All right, so let's set up our ratio box. And we did totals the other day. We're going to do that again. Instead of ratio and actual, though, today we're going to have percent and actual. All right, and we have antique cars, and then some are not antiques, and then the total. Okay? So, what do we know? We know 30% of the cars in the parade are antiques. So, 30% are antiques. And that'll help us with the rest of it because we know the total is 100%, right? So, if 30% are antiques, that means 70% are not antiques. What else do we know? If 12 vehicles are antiques, we know that 12 are antiques. How many vehicles are there in all? Okay, so we want to know the total number of vehicles. We don't care about how many are not antiques. We just want to know the total. Okay, so to solve this, we're going to want these numbers here because both boxes are filled in, and then the one with the variable that we want to solve. Then we can set up our proportion. 30 is to 100, just as 12 is to x. Okay, 30 is to 100 as 12 is to x. Now, is there anything I can reduce? Oh, sure. I could do 3 and 10, right? That'll make it a little bit easier. So now, as I cross multiply and then divide, I have 10 times 12, which is 120, right? And divide by 3. 120 divided by 3. 3 goes in there 40 times. So that means 40 of the cars, or actually, sorry, there are 40 total cars. 40 total cars. And then I could use that to solve and figure out that there are 28 that are not antiques. Okay? So that's how you do this type of problem. Let's take a look at one more. Only 40% of the team members played in the game. If 24 team members did not play in the game, how many did play? All right, so let's set up our ratio box. And again, today we're dealing with percent, so I have percent and actual. And then we have those that played, those that did not play, and the total. Remember, the total is going to be 100%. That's going to be everybody. All right, 40% of the team played in the game. So 40% played. That means 60% did not, right? Because it has to add up to 100%. What else do we know? If 24 team members did not play, okay, did not play, 24 did not. What else do I know? How many did play? That's what I want to find out. How many did play? So I don't care about the total. I just want to know how many played. So I'm going to use this information because both boxes are filled in, and this information because it's got my variable. And I'm going to set up a proportion. 40 is to 60, just as x is to 24. And now rather than multiplying 24 times 40, I'm going to reduce this, right? That's the same as 4/6, which would also reduce down to 2/3. That's going to be a whole lot easier than doing 40 times 24. So 2/3, I'm just going to rewrite this, equals x over 24. Okay? So 24 times 2 is 48, and then divide. Remember, cross multiply and then divide. 3 goes into 48 16 times, so I know that 16 people played in the game. That's it. As always, if you have any questions, please feel free to call, text, or email, or you can hit me up tomorrow in the live session between 9 and 10 o'clock. That's it for today. Have a fantastic one.